Hari Om. Welcome to Yoga Meera based on the teachings of Swami Satyananda. My name is Mary. This topic is all about the breath. The breath being our most important asset in life, as our life starts with our first breath and ends with our last breath. So actually the breath being our lifeline. If the breath is so important, maybe it's a good idea to have a closer look at our breath and see how we are breathing, the pattern of the breath. Is the breath fast or slow, deep or maybe shallow? Deep abdominal breathing would help to have a better quality of our physical and mental health. Deeper abdominal breathing helping to distribute the oxygen throughout our body, also to the extremities, to the feet, the hands, the head, also for our brain. So maybe it's a good idea to have a close look at how you're breathing right now. See where the movement of the breath is. Is it more at the upper part of the chest, or maybe even at the collarbones? How is the speed of the breath? Is it fast like this? If you take a deep breath in, how does the body move? Is it going like this? Fast and shallow breathing actually gives an effect on our physical and mental health that is not really desirable, as it increases the heartbeat, makes that the blood pressure goes up, also bringing tension at the neck and shoulders, back of the head, again bringing tension on the mind, as body and mind are interconnected, maybe making ground for lesser positive thinking or not letting go, even leading to not be able to sleep, insomnia. Abdominal breathing, though, will help to reverse these, like making that the heartbeat slows down and also that the blood pressure is more regulated, that there is lesser stress at the shoulders, the neck, the back of the head, again leading to lesser tension in the mind, making it more able to let go and maybe enjoy a better sleep. In this time when there's a lot of stress and many people are suffering from depression, it could be a great change to change the pattern of the breath and make place for a better physical and mental health. In yoga, the breath is the base of the practices. Actually doing yoga practices without breath awareness would be more like physical exercises. The great effect of yoga is made by awareness and the breath. These are the essential keys, making the breath your teacher, your guide, throughout the practices, but also through life. So, let's start with our first practice, natural breath awareness. So for the first practice, natural breath awareness, it's very important that the spine is straight. So if you're not able or comfortable with sitting on the floor, then opt for the chair, as it is very important to be not distracted by discomfort in the body and to have all the awareness with the practice. If the chair is a little bit like this, then maybe use a pillow to assure that the spine can be as straight as possible. Sitting bones will be on the seat of the chair. The feet evenly away from each other, nicely aligned with the rest of the body. Make that the shoulders are a little bit backwards so the chest is open, nicely relaxed. Thumbs and index fingers touching, using chin mudra, and let the hands gently rest onto the lap. So if this is the posture, the sitting position that you opt for, then definitely do so, and else opt for the floor. So let's go to the mat. If you're opting for a meditative posture, there are different options, and one of them is Vajrasana, or the hero's pose, sitting with the legs folded under the buttocks. If this feels uncomfortable, if there's too much pressure, use as many pillows as you would like, making it as comfortable as you can. Making the pillow in between the legs and the buttocks will make it already a pretty comfortable position. There's also possibility to put the pillow between the feet and the mat in this case. Whatever feels comfortable. If it's necessary for the knees, just make that you feel comfortable and that, again, the back is straight, nicely aligned, and can also sit in the same position with Chin Mudra, gently resting on the leg. If Vajrasana would be not your choice and you choose for a cross-legged position, then do so. So coming into a cross-legged position, also just choose what is comfortable. If the feet are comfortable when they are in front of each other, just easy pose, then do so. What is important is, again, that there is balance and that, if possible, you feel that balanced pressure on the sitting bones. If it's possible for you to do a more accomplished pose, then also do so, or even full lotus if you feel great in that. So again, coming into the position that you have chosen for, hands are resting on the legs gently in Chin Mudra, thumbs and index fingers touching, and as the awareness on the breath all takes place inside the body, maybe when you feel comfortable with it, gently close the eyes. Gently closing the eyes and bringing the awareness to the meditative posture. So feel again that there's perfect balance, that the pressure is even on the right buttock and the left buttock, that the spine is straight. Feel into that balanced position of the legs and the feet. Going up the spine, feel that the shoulders are evenly away from the ears, from the head, relaxed. Feel into the balanced position of the right arm and hand and the left arm and hand. Feel the weight of the hands resting evenly on the legs. Feel the hands in Chin Mudra. Just become aware of that stillness, that quietness of the body, steady and still. And then become aware of the movement of the natural breath. Just following that natural flow for a few breaths. No control, no change, just going with the flow. And then on one of the next in-breaths, whenever feeling ready, start to follow the pathway of the breath. As on in-breath, the air flows into the nostrils, going to the back of the throat, passing the throat, passing through the lungs, pushing down the diaphragm, and making that the abdomen goes outwards. On out-breath, the diaphragm comes back into place, abdomen becomes flat, and the air is passing back through the lungs, passing the throat, out of the nostrils. Just following that natural pathway for a few breaths, very gently. On in-breath, air is flowing into the nostrils, back of the throat, passing through the throat, passing through the lungs, pushing down that diaphragm, making that the belly goes outwards. And on out-breath, diaphragm goes up, belly is flat, and air is passing back through the lungs, the throat, out of the nostrils. So keep on following this natural pathway. Very gentle, very light, feeling into that movement of the diaphragm as the air flows in and out of the lungs. And then on one of the next in-breaths, whenever feeling ready, keep the awareness at the abdomen. So start following the breath at the abdomen. Feel that movement, maybe also still of the diaphragm, and feel that on in-breath, the navel is pushed away from the spine. On out-breath, the navel is drawn towards the spine. On in-breath, the belly becomes round, and on out-breath, the belly becomes flat. Very gently following that abdominal breath. So continuing still for a few breaths. And then on one of the next out breaths, when feeling ready, gently letting go of that awareness of the movement of the breath at the abdomen, and just let the breath go wherever it likes to go, just like setting the breath free. And then anytime again when feeling ready, gently open the eyes. So if this all felt a little bit new and it was maybe hard to become aware of that inside process for straight now this first time, maybe have a little bit hands-on. So when we would make this practice hands-on, it would be beneficial to place the hands on the abdomen and just really look at how the abdomen moves on in and out breath. So on in breath, again, the abdomen is becoming big. On out breath, the abdomen is becoming flat. On in breath, the navel is pushed away from the spine. And on out breath, the navel is drawn towards the spine. So if there's still a lot of movement here at that chest area, maybe check that too. Bring the right hand on the chest, left hand on the abdomen. So again, when breathing in, the right hand stays still. The only movement is at the left hand. So breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in, navel pushed away from the spine. And breathing out, navel drawn towards the spine. Breathing in, making a big round belly. And breathing out, making the belly as flat as possible, making sure all the breath is out. So just following again that flow of the breath at the abdomen, and there's no movement at the chest. It's like the air is just pulled through and then filling up the lower lobes of the lungs and making that the abdomen is extending. And then anytime when ready, gently letting go, and again coming back into that meditative posture wherever, on the chair or on the mat. So to become more aware and adapt this kind of breathing as our natural breath, it is very useful to try to practice anywhere and anytime possible during the day. And there are many opportunities. Of course, it's very easy maybe to think about this before getting up. When laying flat on the bed, it will be easy to connect with that abdominal breathing, or maybe before going to sleep, as it will also help to have a more easy flow into that sleep. Or maybe at the toilet when sitting there, it will help also to have that digesting going better. Maybe in the kitchen while cooking, or behind the desk in the office. Just having that moment of connection with the breath and see how is the breath now. Am I using fast, shallow breathing, or am I using abdominal breathing? So if it's not that case, then bring the awareness back to that abdominal breath. And this will be almost a little bit like a little meditation, just coming again a little bit closer to ourselves. When practicing a lot, then maybe try to avoid to use this in the traffic, because it will make that we are more introverts when we have our awareness on the breath, and this would be not beneficial when we take place in all this busy traffic around us. So enjoy the practice and keep on practicing, and I hope to see you back maybe for our next session, which will be about how to become more in control of our breath, how to make our breath longer by adding also counting. So hope to see you again. Thank you very much. Hariyo.